My name is John Ray, and I lived in Detroit for 7 days. The first day was definitely the biggest culture shock, for me at least. My team and I were in a completely new environment, and we didn't know anyone locally until we met Eric Williams. When you meet a person like Eric, the first word that comes to mind is authentic.
No, hey, listen, Detroit is one thing I say about this. Detroit, if you love Detroit, unlike a lot of other places, it will love you back, right? So that's it. Just while you're here, and love it, enjoy it, take what you can from it, right?
Yeah.
And try to leave a little bit behind, that's all.
All right,
But
great.
again, that's a rule for life, right?
Yeah, of course. Great. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. The Packard Automotive Plant was built in 1911 as an automobile manufacturing factory, building pretty luxurious cars. Less than 50 years later, it went out of business. Nearly 40,000 workers were out of a job. Just like that. The amount of art and creativity this city expresses is unbelievable. Literally every corner you turn, you're met with some sort of art. When we visited the Heidelberg Project, this place immediately got your mind thinking. Every piece of art had some sort of deeper meaning behind it. The excessive amount of clocks all over the place made it even more mysterious. But Chris managed to solve that pretty quickly.
Basically, like, we could be anytime, like, is what they're saying. Like, you know, this happened in the past, it's happening now, it's happening in the future. Like, it kind of just gives you the whole post-apocalyptic, like, just time really isn't real. Like, these things aren't assigned to a time or a person. It's just destruction and kind of devastation in a way. But also there's signs of hope that I see scattered. Yeah.
At first, I wasn't really looking forward to going to an Alcohol Anonymous meeting. But that meeting actually ended up forever changing the way I viewed life. The meeting was in the Capuchin Soup Kitchen, hosted by the Solanas Casey Center. And some of the stories that I listened to that day were just so hard to process. There were people who have been fighting ever since the day they were born. And day after day, they're just constantly met with new challenges. Whether it's finding their next meal or just looking for a place to sleep, the daily things that I take for granted are the same things that these people are constantly worrying about. And it was heartbreaking. But what inspired me was how resilient these people were still, and how much support these people had for one another despite the hardships they faced. No judgment, no hate, nothing complicated. Just love, hope, and compassion for one another. And I feel like that's really all you need, even if you're going through hell. After 2 days on an emotional roller coaster, I was dying to do something more hands-on. And Alternatives for Girls definitely made sure of that. AFG welcomes young women and children and educates them in making safe and positive choices as they grow up through their 3 key services: prevention, shelter, and outreach. For such a well-organized and effective program, I still can't believe there aren't more organizations like this all around the US. That day, we worked behind the scenes, cleaning pantries and kitchens, organizing offices and storages, and sorting through endless amounts of computer data. Although we didn't get to meet any of the girls in the program, what we did that day was definitely a lot more helpful long-term. Thursday was our big culture day, where we took a little break from service and really got to explore Detroit. I do want to give a special mention to the Charles H. Wright Museum. This museum was dedicated to African American history. Sadly, they didn't allow any type of photography, let alone vlogging, but that's what actually made the experience 10 times better. I can't describe it. It's really something you have to experience for yourself. Friday, we were back in service mode, and we sorted cucumbers at Gleaner's Community Food Bank. On average, Gleaner's distributes 89,000 meals a day, with the majority of the work being done by volunteers. To be able to feed so many people so well, mostly relying on volunteers, that's amazing. Later that day, we visited the ACLU of Michigan to help get some signatures for a petition to make voting rights more fair and accessible for the citizens of Detroit. It was definitely a lot easier said than done. There was the good, the bad, and definitely the ugly when it came to trying to get people to sign, and we were all definitely pushed out of our comfort zones. But at the end of the day, we managed to get over 100 signatures, and we came out of that challenge as even better and stronger people. Saturday was officially our last day of service, and we decided to end it nice and smoothly by just peacefully picking up trash with the Motor City Blight Busters. That's pretty much everything that we've done service-wise. I'm working on a vlog right now that kind of represents the behind the scenes of what went on, and it's more me just like fooling around. But after such an amazing service trip, I am motivated more than ever to see what else I can do to make a positive impact on this world, and I am so excited to see where it'll take me. Thank you so much to everyone that's helped me fundraise for this trip. Thank you to the Public Safety Committee for awarding me that scholarship, and thank you to my team for supporting me, putting up with my shenanigans, and making the trip so memorable. It definitely would not have been the same without you guys. Guys, that is the vlog. I'm sorry I've been slacking with the vlogs lately. I literally got back to Boston from Detroit the night before classes started again. Didn't even have time to get my shit together before I was already slammed with projects and exams again. Anyways, I am back on the vlog. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I've got some big plans coming up soon, so make sure you're subscribed. And as always, I will see you all in the next vlog. Woo!